10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They don't know that we can see them. Child of God, this message is for you. If you have the spirit of discernment and the Holy Spirit reveals that there are people in your life, regardless if it's family, friends, acquaintances, co-workers, that are overtly or covertly involved in witchcraft, or using word curses and curses within their hearts, in the hidden time, in the darkness, where they don't think they can be seen or detected. There are people, demon-possessed people, filled with all forms of wicked intention, children of Satan. And some of these individuals could even be church folk. Because yes, Satan and his minions attend church too. But child of God, when it's revealed to you that these individuals are involved in witchcraft, are seeking your destruction, it takes a level of maturity and wisdom, and God will give you wisdom if you ask for it and if you use it to distance yourself from these people in the most wise and strategic manner that you can. Going to the individual that's involved in witchcraft or seeking your destruction and speaking to them about what the Holy Spirit revealed to you is not wise. Because of the demonic nature of these individuals, the spiritual nature of them, it would be pretty clear that they will deny it, seem offended, especially if they have a religious cloak over them, and all words that you say will be used against you behind your back. So, child of God, these witches and warlocks, witchcraft workers, children of Satan, they're working and operating in darkness, but because of the Holy Spirit that indwells you as a child of God, you are filled with light. And depending on your relationship with God, your maturity level, your obedience, your understanding that the Lord is to be honored and reverenced, the light will grow. As you walk on the narrow path and you learn to honor God in your daily life, the light will grow within you. And the more the light grows, many times the spirit of discernment is sharpened. The more you learn to trust and hear the still soft voice of the Holy Spirit, the brighter that light gets within you, the more you can see into the darkness. These witches and warlocks, they don't realize that you can see them. It would be like a burglar going into a house at night in the dark. Maybe they're wearing some type of night goggles or something. But what they don't realize is the homeowner and the homeowner's 4 guard dogs are sitting in the same room watching them. The animals can see in the dark. They have great night vision, and the homeowner is wearing night shades as well. And they have a firearm on them, watching. It's the same exact thing. As a child of God, with a spirit of discernment, watching these children of Satan in the spiritual realm, seeking their destruction, hoping for their demise and the demise of their loved ones. And the reason I'm making this video today is because once you see what the Holy Spirit wants you to see, you can't unsee it. Once you see who these individuals are, regardless of what their title is, their relationship, who you want them to be, you can't unsee it. You can pretend that you didn't see it. You can play the game. You can act like you hadn't seen it and just play along. pretending. But this monitoring spirit that is very likely inhabiting this child of Satan will only gain more information, more access into your life if you play the game. I would personally ask for wisdom along with the spirit of discernment to know what to do, how to handle it. And that's what I've done. I've asked God to help me, help direct my life. Because many times, depending on the relationship that you have with this individual, that you can see through the dark, you can see them, what they're doing in the dark, in the hidden time. Witchcraft work, occult work, word curses. The Lord has revealed it, you can see. There's still at times a level of guilt depending on the person, the relationship that you had with this individual. And that guilt, that expectation that people are supposed to maintain, regardless of what the Holy Spirit has shown them, is very unwise. As children of God, we walk in the light and we walk in the Spirit. And many times when we do that, it's not rational on a fleshly level. A person who's not walking with the Holy Spirit would possibly look at your actions and judge you as callous, cold, cruel, even unforgiving, because you have to separate yourself from certain people, regardless of who they are, when God shows you that they're wicked. When God shows you that they're wicked, they're involved in wickedness, and they're tampering with demonic things, they're indwelt with demonic entities, oppressed by demonic entities. When God shows you this, it's my suggestion, because once an individual is filled and controlled by demons, their nature is to lie. If you were to go to this individual, let's say hypothetically, you go to your sibling and you ask them, hey, I was praying and the Holy Spirit revealed to me that you're involved in witchcraft. Are you involved in witchcraft, sibling? Your sibling, their nature would be to lie, to deny, to be offended. It would all be a farce. It would be fake. But all of this is a form of gaslighting. These are all things that the demonic realm operate from. You can't ask them a direct question if in any way they feel that they are being exposed. That's why when you have the Holy Spirit, when you're filled and illuminated with the light of God, that needs to be enough. You can ask God to show you whatever He needs to show you. You can ask God to make it clear so that you're not just possibly being paranoid, and the Lord will reveal to you what you need to know about these people. But you have to trust God. You have to trust God. That's why it's so important to hear the still soft voice and to know the voice of God. Because I'm getting to the point in my walk with Christ. And although I've considered myself a Christian pretty much my whole life, I did not submit myself to God's will for any real length of time until recently. It was a lot of backsliding and back and forth and lukewarm Christianity for the majority of my life. So for less than a decade, I would have to say I've really taken my relationship with Christ seriously and been striving to be who I know in my heart who I'm supposed to be as a child of God. I'm not going to gaslight myself and look at other Christians or other people and compare myself to them. I'm going to allow the Holy Spirit to convict me as I walk this narrow path. And when I've been doing that, I've been seeing more and more clearly through the dark, into the darkness, at what many people are doing and what they're involved in, and the type of hatred and vitriol they truly have for me as a child of God and for you. As a child of God, we're enemies of children of Satan. That's just the way it is. So you can pray for their salvation. But I'll wrap this video up by saying it would not be wise to maintain relationships with people that the Holy Spirit has already told you are involved in witchcraft, occult work, or any type of word curses against you. It's not wise. And that's my message for today. Stay strong and trust that the Holy Spirit is leading you, and you can see these witches and warlocks. Bye-bye.